What's up, guys? Moses here today, and I'm gonna do things a little differently. Today, I have with me a really good guitar. It is the ESP Signature Series Alexi Sythe, the Sythe one, and this thing is freaking incredible. So, I'm not gonna do like a little demo song since I don't really have much time with this guitar. It's not mine. A friend of mine, we've traded guitars, so he took my Arrow and I took his Alexi for like a week, and this thing is great. So I'd figure I'd talk about the specs first, then show you guys how this thing sounds with some riffs and shit, then I'll do some leads and stuff and see how it sounds. But overall, I'm really impressed with this thing. It's just a work of art. I've never played with a guitar. Well, I mean, I played with ESP guitars, but just to have a guitar that says ESP on the headstock, when you've owned just like Edwards or LTDs and E2s, don't get me wrong, they're great, but there's just like a magic vibe when you play an ESP that says ESP in the headstock without, spending a couple of $1,000s. But anyways, here are the specs. Of course, we have the EMG HZ pickup. This is Alexi Signature, so it's pretty much the HZ EMG, just with an active preamp. So what this is that it adds a lot of distortion, a lot of bite. It sounds very, very gnarly. There is a 3-band EQ, so you could kind of, mess around with that and see what you like. But I think everything's on like the bottom settings, just the most bite you can get out of it. Just a single volume knob. Here's the switch. Up just turns off the preamp and you just get the pickup. Down, of course, you activate the preamp switch and the tone. Then we have the original Floyd Rose. Again, if you know how to set this up, you are not going to have any issues with it at all. Locking nut, Goto tuners, and of course, let me get this closer. We have an ebony fingerboard, a bound ebony fingerboard. You see the white binding going across it on top towards the headstock. Of course, makes its way around, towards the whole neck. And 24 extra jumbo frets. They're not stainless, but they're still very smooth, very silky, very easy to play. This is an alder body, 3-piece maple neck, satin neck, very, very smooth. Possibly the most smoothest ESP guitar I've played currently, because the neck is just, you just glide on it for days. I mean, my E2 Arrow and the baby metal that I have are good, but this one, just the satin feel of it just feels great. A very stable instrument. Of course, I beat it around and I lowered the action. Well, my friend lowered the action on this. It's very low and there's no fret buzz, but it adds a little more like quirky, like high end, like type of bite to it. And of course, you have the white, snow white finish with the black pinstripes, and it also has it in the back as well. This guitar is used. It's not new. And this guitar, if you know this other YouTuber, the Guitologist, he featured this guitar too, and my friend actually bought it off of him for a pretty damn good price. Definitely less than $2,000. Concerning what this is, they go for a whole lot more. And of course, these are made in Japan, and you do see the Signature Series ESP stamp. And that's about it. I mean, it's great. Now I'm going to show you guys how this thing sounds. So there is a whole lot of like bite with this active preamp on. So I'll turn it off to see how that sounds. So you could tell it's just less output, definitely a lot of less distortion, not a whole lot of high. So here it is back on. Off. On. Again. Off. On. So there is a huge difference. So if you have an amplifier that has a whole lot of gain, you definitely need to turn that shit down on your amplifier, because it's going to be so noisy. And yeah, especially if you're running like an overdrive. With this thing on, you don't need an overdrive, in my opinion. There's just a whole lot of output going on, and it's freaking awesome. There's definitely a lot of headroom, but with a lot of like bite to it. That's pretty much it for rhythms. It sounds really gnarly, but now I'm going to try out some leads and see how it sounds. I'm going to be using some reverb as a Hall of Fame, so yeah, it's going to sound pretty cool. I turned off the... Now I turn it back on. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of edge. It cuts through a lot for sure. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's like a kind of like a wah wah like type of tone on the high end. I keep thinking this is a pickup selector, but it's not. Alright, just one more thing. fucked that one up. But anyways, this thing sounds pretty amazing. So that's about it. I mean, my final impressions about this guitar are pretty damn good. I mean, it feels really good to play. This is definitely the nicest feeling ESP that I've played. The tone, of course, that's subjective, but there's a lot of like high end, like I was saying in the leads, kind of like a, I don't know, kind of hard to explain, right? But that also could be due to the low action. It's a little low for my liking, but even then, if you like it low, there's no fret bust. I mean, this thing, you could shred on this crap for days. Well, I wouldn't call this crap, but you know what I'm saying. The upper fret axis, of course, there's no issue at all. Would I change anything about this guitar? No. I mean, sometimes my knuckle kind of hits this volume knob, but if you pick up here or whatever, you should be fine. This thing is great. I would totally get one if I had the funds for it, but I'm getting something else instead. But you know what? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about this guitar, ESP guitars, and everything. I mean, I love these guitars. They're fantastic. And yeah, subscribe. It'll mean a lot. Leave a like and share this if, you know, if someone's in the market for something like this. Yeah, this is something pretty cool to have in your collection. So yeah, have a nice day.